Show here this week without Travis Williams, but we're glad to still have one of his good buddies and somebody I love to cover, somebody who I know pretty good, coaching at Vanderbilt. Name's with the Pitt Panthers, Kevin Stallings. Now, Coach Stallings, good to talk to you again, and I want to know, man, are you getting ready for that cold weather in Pittsburgh coming up?
You know what? I was born and raised in the Midwest, and I can honestly say that in my 17 years in Nashville that I never missed the cold one time. So I'm going to have to get out my old winter coats and see if they're still in style and try to keep my butt warm a little bit this winter, because it's going to be a little colder here than it was there.
Oh, yes, indeed, Coach. And Coach, I know you've been at Vanderbilt for 17 years, Coach. What about the Pitt Panthers gig was like, hey, this is where I need to go. This is a good place for me and my family going forward?
Well, you know what? I think that the first thing that attracted me is that they've always had, not always, but they've had recent really, really good success here. I think that Pitt has been to the NCAA tournament 12 out of the last 14 years. So there was something to be said for that. Obviously, their move to the ACC was very attractive to me. The ACC has kind of been the best league in college basketball for a number of years. Had 8 teams in the NCAA tournament this year, would have had 9 if Louisville hadn't have had to disqualify themselves. So I think just the power of the league, the resources of the university, the success of the basketball program, and just a new challenge. I was ready for a new gig, as you said, and it's been really good so far.
And, Coach, as far as the community of Pittsburgh, how they've been treating you and your family, and I know it's hard when you change jobs. Is your family up there with you already, or are you kind of still getting adjusted to it yourself?
No, so far I'm the only one up here. My daughter's a sophomore in high school, and she's still back in Brentwood going to her school, and so we'll see what happens in the future in that regard. We may try to grind it out and see if we can keep her in school there. But the people of Pittsburgh have been very, very good to me, very nice. It's a very friendly city with very friendly people, and they've made me feel very, very much at home so far. And like I said, I'm very excited to be here.
Folks, we have Kevin Stallings here on the Bossman Show, the new Pitt Panthers head coach. You'll see him when he played Georgia Tech this year at McCamish Pavilion with new coach Josh Pastner here in Atlanta. And, Coach, I read a story over on Father's Day about how you went to go see your son play at Wrigley Field, and it got to be a thrill for you knowing that your son plays in the Powers organization. You can see your son play sometimes, but how was that trip to Wrigley Field like for you and your son on Father's Day?
Well, you know what? It was probably the greatest singular athletic thrill of my lifetime, and I've had a number of them. I've played in the Final Four. I've gotten to coach in a couple of Final Fours. Won championships, done some really fun, pretty spectacular things in my lifetime, and or been a part of them at least anyway. But that one pretty much took the cake when you see your son make his major league debut on Father's Day, no less, at Wrigley Field. That was a terrific moment for him, a terrific moment for me, and something that I'll always remember.
Now, Coach, I thought about you on Monday night when I was in D.C. at the Pittsburgh Steelers game, because I know you met Mike Tomlin and how cool he was. So tell me about how was it cool to meet Mike Tomlin at practice that day, and you feel like have him come talk to your team a little bit when he had some time to inspire your guys as well?
Well, I tell you what, I think Mike Tomlin is an absolute stud. I met him, probably spent about 30 minutes with him one day at a Pitt football practice, and the Steelers were coming out to practice at about the same time. They share the same facility, so I was able to spend some time with Mike, and like I said, he's a first-class guy, obviously a first-class coach. Welcomed me with open arms, said if there was anything he could do for me personally or professionally, that he was more than willing to do it. Insisted that I take a cell phone number. Told me that he would help with recruiting if he got the chance to. So, I mean, there wasn't much that he didn't cover in those 30 minutes, and it was really one of my top moments and top experiences since I've been in Pittsburgh, because I really have a great deal of respect for Mike Tomlin.
Now, Coach, before you get started with your season, you'll go catch a game of theirs before you get going with your guys?
I would like to catch a game. I certainly would, and I don't know if it will happen. It may. I probably could sneak over there one Sunday afternoon and watch them play. They obviously looked very, very good last Monday on Monday Night Football. But that's a big deal around here now. The Steelers, that's big stuff around here, and so they say they watch those 16 games pretty closely around here. So it's going to be fun to watch it.
Yes, indeed, folks. We have Kevin Stallings here on the Bossman Show. Now, Coach, you want your ACC now, Coach. Do you have to recruit a different type of player than you did at Vanderbilt, being the ACC now? And when it comes to recruiting, you're trying to get guys more so long and lanky guys or more hard-nosed guys? What kind of guys you want to get for your team in Pittsburgh now going forward?
Well, we would like to recruit some of the very similar kind of guys that we had while I was at Vanderbilt. I mean, obviously we had 5 pros in the last 4 years, and those are the kind of guys you're looking for. We've got 4 Hall of Fame coaches in our league, so obviously some of the best basketball programs, some of the blue bloods in college basketball. But I don't know that we'll change the kind of kid that we recruited or the kind of player that we recruited, but we'll have to probably change the geographic portion of it, because at Vanderbilt we really kind of had to go nationally to recruit our players, and obviously there was probably more of an emphasis on the South, being in Texas and whatever, but there will be a lot more northeastern, East Coast kind of stuff here, even down into Georgia and Florida. But I think the region will change a little bit. We'll be a little bit more regionalized. But in terms of the kind of player that we want, we'll still try to get those guys that are very, very skilled, as athletic as we can find, and obviously as much toughness as we can find as well.
Now, Coach, as far as workouts, did you get a chance to see your guys work out in the spring and summer? And if so, how are your guys looking going into your fall practice coming up here in October?
Well, I got a chance to work with them for a couple of weeks right after I'd taken the job. I was very impressed with them then. I stayed impressed with them during the summertime. We probably had one of our best workouts that we've had since I've been here today. So they continue to look good to me. We've got a lot of experience, 4 seniors that played a lot of ball last year. Most of them started. And so we feel like we have a chance to have a very good team. I'm not sure how deep we are yet, but if we can create some depth and stay healthy, I'm very encouraged about the prospects for our season.
Now, we had this big debate here on the show last week about basketball conferences, and I said pretty much that ACC is the cream of the crop, Coach. With you, I got all those Hall of Fame coaches, as you mentioned, and just how the teams you have with Syracuse and Duke, yourself at Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, you have Florida State, you have all these great teams. What's the difference in your mind between SEC basketball and the basketball that you're in the ACC now going forward?
You know what? People have asked me that, and here's the only thing I can say about it. I know that when I was in that league for 17 years, we were doing everything we could to try to close the gap in so many different ways between what we did and what the ACC was doing. But as I look at the league, as I mentioned, this league, the ACC has 4 Hall of Fame coaches presently. The SEC has 1 Hall of Fame coach presently. So there's a difference of 3 Hall of Fame coaches. That's one thing. Second thing is, last year the ACC got 8 teams in the tournament. The SEC got 3. And so obviously, fortunately, we were one of the 3 at Vanderbilt. But obviously, the ACC just had a much better year. But you know what? Here's another thing. In the last 5 years, the ACC has put 53 guys in the NBA, and that's more than any league in the country. So just those facts right there alone kind of tell you. And then when you start talking about whether it's Carolina or Duke or Syracuse or Louisville or Virginia or so many others in this league, it's really just a phenomenal league from top to bottom. And it'll be a big challenge, but it's something I'm really looking forward to.
Now, Coach, taking you back a little bit here, Coach, as you leave Nashville, you leave behind a great basketball town. We know you got Tennessee State's now playing better. Kermit Davis beats Sarah. He has the upset in the tournament. Dave Lewis gets in the tournament as well. You have Lipscomb, of course, and Casey Alexander and Rick Byrd. So what do you think of Nashville as a basketball city with all these different schools now playing well at the same time?
Well, that was a great place to be from that standpoint because – like you said, and look at the year that Dave Luce was able to have last year at Austin Peay. I know they're not, in the Nashville city limits, and neither is Middle for that matter, but a number of great programs around there. it was an exciting time to be in the central part of that state from a college basketball standpoint. And again, so many of those teams are having great success. We were fortunate to have our success at Vanderbilt. Rick's obviously done a phenomenal job at Belmont. Casey's going to get that thing going at Lipscomb. And so, Edgy McCormick has the unbelievable upset of Michigan State last year in the tournament. So basketball in Middle Tennessee area is really, really phenomenal as far as the collegiate level goes, and I'm sure it will continue to be.
If I want to have for you, Coach, I'm going to tell you, I truly enjoyed you on the March Madness coverage. You was great. You was funny. You was witty, man. I loved it. But my favorite part is when you played your guitar, Coach. And are you still getting lessons down here in Pittsburgh? And will you ever play for your team to maybe to light them up a little bit?
You know what? I'm not good enough to play in front of my team, and I sure as heck wasn't good enough to be playing on national television. But I'm sitting there on the set, and the guy says into my ear, "Okay, get up and go grab the guitar and start playing." And they didn't tell me it was coming. When they brought the thing out, I thought, what the hell are they bringing a guitar for? and sure enough, they told me to go play it. So I'm not taking lessons. I miss my guitar teacher in Nashville, Tom Ledden. I took lessons from him for about 6 or 7 years, and we had a great deal of fun. And I would have been taking a lesson tonight, as a matter of fact, because Thursday night was my night, and Tom and I had a lot of great times. But anyway, I miss that. But right now, there just doesn't seem to be time to do it. I've got to figure out a way to maybe build that back in. But as great a city as Pittsburgh is, I doubt if there are the same number of really good guitar players as there are in Nashville. So, with that music thing in Nashville is pretty spectacular.
Well, Coach, I'd say for me, you did a good job, Coach. I mean, I was like, hey, Coach can play really nice.
I was on the spot, man. I was on the spot, so I didn't know what to do, so I just started strumming that thing.
Hey, you did a great job, Coach. Well, Coach, I'm happy you're in Pittsburgh. I miss you at Vanderbilt, but I will see you at Georgia Tech this year, and I look forward to talking to you again down the road, Coach.
All right, thanks for having me on. You guys have a good night.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
All right, folks, back in the Jar of the Bossman Show, we had Kevin Stallings, a new Pitt head coach. I got a special guest for you. I told you she'd be on the show, and you know True Speech is a Detroit guy. She's a Michigan girl, so it works good for us. We're joined by Nicole Hoopz Alexander. She's a reality star and entrepreneur. Nicole, how you doing? Hey.
I'm great.
I'm glad to hear that. I have to ask you a question because I was in your hood, kinda, this weekend because the Titans played the Lions. Now,
I know it.
I know you got a crib in Tennessee. I got a crib there still too. But you're a Michigan girl. So who are you rocking with? Who are you rocking with? Were you sad or happy? What was it?
Okay, it's really crazy that you say that because my sister Megan, my baby sister, is an avid diehard Lions fan, right? And so I guess that sibling rivalry comes into effect. So I had to go with Tennessee because she was riding with Detroit. So we were going back and forth. And guess what? You know, I hate to lose. And so we came out with the victory by one. Oh, it was great.
Boy, I was like, I could not believe that the Lions let the Titans actually beat them. They dominated the whole game and let these cats flip up on them and beat them at the end. Like, for real? Really?
I know. And they came out the first game they played and dominated that game. I mean, we were in for it when I grew up in Detroit, but we came out with a victory. So everybody always asks me, who is your favorite team? I'm obsessed with football. I think it's the field, the sound, and everything, you know. But I don't have a favorite team. I love the Patriots. I would have to say them first. But you know, overall, I just love the game. I love it.
You love the game, I hear, but you gotta pick one. You gotta ride for one team. You can't be having a favorite player on this team. I like that player. I like him.
I know.
You gotta pick somebody.
You have friends. I'm like all the teams, you know what I mean? So how do you go against one? But I'd have to ride with the Patriots, okay, if I have to pick one.
Patriots, okay. So you're a deflator. You're a deflategate girl. You're a chowder head. I see you. You're chowder head. I see you, the clown chowder. I see you.
They're getting it bad. I'm going to ride with them.
I feel you. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Even though I cover the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Titans, I'm a Cowboy. Throw up that X, for real. Dak Prescott is balling for real. He's balling out there.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with him. I'm a Dallas fan as well. I just feel like he would be biased if I just said Cowboys. See how you get me caught up?
Hey. Hey, I'm not trying to get you caught up here. We're like the anti-gossip show here. We're trying to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? We don't get you caught up. We don't want that to happen to you, Nicole. We don't like drama around these parts.
You're crazy. It's going to be an interesting season. I'm excited.
Folks, we got Nicole Hoopz Alexander on the Bossman Show having a good time with me today. Now, I got to ask you, I know you got this wine and champagne line coming out.
I know, yeah.
So tell me,
yes, sir.
How do you go about getting that industry? Like, how do you pick a wine or a champagne? How was that junk made? Because I like drinking that stuff. So you got to tell me, how's that stuff from the ground up made? Come on now, talk to me.
You are so funny. Did you say you don't like to drink it, or you do?
No, I love it. Look here, I'm going to drink it after the show. I'm going to drink tonight some wine in my office after the show. I love to drink wine and champagne. You just don't know.
Okay, see, that's awesome. That's how it started for me. That's exactly how it started. I'm a cooker. I love to cook. So I usually pair it with wines, but mostly I'm dumping the wine in the food. So with that, I've always had a taste for it. I'm obsessed with structures of wines because I'm more of a cooker and I love the structure of food. So that's what got me into it in the first place. And then I just started drinking more than I was cooking with. So I'm like, you know what? It was so crazy because I got approached, and I get inquiries all the time, like for several different businesses, but wine came to me. It was a company out in actually where you are in Atlanta, Gold Bottles, and they were like, you know, we think that you can completely carry your own wine line. Like, we have the oil development here. You know, we have distribution in LA, like everywhere. I'm thinking like, how crazy is that? And I was talking to my business partner, Dre, and I'm like, Dre, you know I love wine. Like, what do you think? Should we do it? And see, it's a business venture I've never stepped into. You know what I mean? I can't tell you I'm a wine connoisseur. I just know what like good wine tastes like. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let's go for it. And then that's how it happened. And so we did the wine tastings and things like that. And I swear I must have threw away like 10, 17 bottles before. I picked just one of the wines. They were like, oh, this is going to be a long process. But I'm picky. It has to be great, you know? So I'm excited about the line.
Now,
it's gonna be
I
good.
got to ask you this. Now, this threw me off that I went to Walmart and saw wine in Walmart. Like, what the hell's going on here? Like, I saw like a Walmart liquor store, like, for real, like a separate Walmart liquor store. Now, for all my listeners who out there who are value shoppers, we talk about on the Bossman Show, when your wine be at the Walmart liquor store for the help our people who are value shoppers out.
Right. We're like the Bible. We're part of the Bible state. So we just got liquor besides the ABC stores in our Walmart. So even just walking through, it is so weird to see it there. But are you asking if my wine's going to be in Walmart? Is that what you're really asking?
Yeah, where you gonna be at the hood stores, the Walmart? Where you gonna be at?
We're partnering with Sam's. It's going to be everywhere. Sam's Club's going to be in department stores like that. We're hoping that it will be in Walmart. I don't want to knock on wood too soon. It'll be in Walmart. Obviously, it's going to be in 94 cities across the United States, and then we're going to start reaching out internationally. I mean, there's going to be a really good, strong push, and we're almost done with the campaign right now. And, launching Halloween. So, I mean, it's going to be pretty dang on great. I'm so excited, and it tastes
Halloween,
so good.
a great day. Are
yeah,
you
it's my favorite.
Halloween?
I am going to be in Atlanta. Are you going to come?
I just might come, because guess what?
Yeah.
On Halloween, I'm going to be Jerome. That's just my costume. I'm going to be Jerome. That's what I'm doing. That's my costume for this year. Jerome. That's what I'm going to be this year.
I have to see it. I was Jerome like a few years ago. I dressed up as Jerome a few years ago. I'm going to have to send you a picture. It was hilarious.
Please do.
Oh my God.
Look, I'm going to tell you a quick story. I was directing the choir at church one day last year, and I got caught up and started doing, I said, Pastor, forgive me. I got caught up for a second. I mean, I saw something out in the stands. It got me. I was like, junk in the trunk. Oh,
no, you didn't. No, you better not have. You did not.
I did. I mean, sometimes. See, I'm gonna tell you on this show, I do a lot of impersonation on the show, so I got voices in my head and stuff comes out.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
it
happens.
At least you were in the church, and that's the perfect place to ask forgiveness. So it's all good.
Exactly. The miles I ain't doing to the church ever since then. But
oh geez.
I was relieved of my duties after that day. I was relieved of my duties. They told me I can help with the church, help with the little kids, but I can't be in the choir no more. I said, fine.
No.
I said, I know I'm a little bit too ratchet and unrefined for the choir.
Well, on your behalf, the women be wearing them tights. They're doing all up in church like that, trying to be all subtle. I gotcha.
Exactly. And I know you got a game app coming out, too. You got to tell me this video game. You got to talk to me about the Survival of the Fittest. What's that all about, Nicole?
Oh, Survival of the Fittest is like my life inside of a mobile game. It's an adventure game. I mixed physical challenges mixed with mental challenges. And that's based off of one of my favorite shows that I've ever did on reality. I Love Money. And I don't know, it just kind of captivated me and stayed with me. And plus, that's how I live my life anyway. Everything's a challenge. I'm either challenging my friends with or friends or family or whatever. You know what I'm saying? To something. So, but this game, it kind of gears people to be active. Because everybody says, well, how do you stay so fit? And what's your agenda? And what's your routine? I don't really have time for routines or going to the gyms and things like that. But I try to stay active. So there's, your footsteps get tracked on the phones and everything. So it'll be incorporated within the game. I don't want to give too much away. It's going to be very interesting, super exciting, and it's going to keep people active. So I'm just in the graphics of it. It's like Minecraft meets Zelda. It's awesome. It's so awesome. Buildable characters, and of course I'm a character. Change clothes and hairstyles and things like that. Always gotta look good, feel good. That's what I say.
Yes,
So it's going to
feel
be very
good, look
interactive.
good.
It's going to be awesome.
Feel good, look good, play good. I feel you, Nicole.
There you
I'm
go.
asking-
There you go.
Now, it's going to be on all phones. Like, I know some
Yes,
people
sir.
got the little Galaxies, the iOS.
Yes.
It's going to be on all them phones.
Yes. Yep,
Even
Android
the
and
flip
iOS.
phone people they got the flip phones people too. Can they get one? Let me
Oh,
stop.
they're going to have to get on the computer or something. I don't know about the flip, John. I don't even know. I got colors in my game. I am not down to flip phones, though, because they are indestructible. You hear me?
I feel
So-
you like, nah, I saw a cat
Yeah.
with an old Nextel chirper.
Oh, geez, that's so funny. I
Yes.
had one, so I can't say nothing about it.
Like, I remember the old school Boost Mobile came out. Chirp, chirp. Like, I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not too keen on chirping inside of a restaurant or inside of, like, of a store. Like, you can't chirp
Yeah.
me and I'm in a restaurant. Bro, what you doing, bro? Like, what? Like, for real?
Loud,
Like,
and they could go off on purpose, to act like they were like in high demand.
Exactly, like for real, like that's what's
Yeah.
up. So folks, get that game when it comes out. Now, what other works you got coming up, Nicole? For as movies, production, shows you're gonna be on, you can talk about. Talk to us. Let the people of Atlanta know what else you got going on. They can keep up with you here on the Bossman Radio Network.
Right, that was good. Well, usually through my social media. I mean, I don't post often, but I do post. You can find me at The Real Hoopz on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I mean, there's so many different outlets now. It gets confusing. I'm like, okay, which one do I do? Because there's such a different demographic on each one, you know. So, but I recently did a movie in Atlanta, once again, Atlanta, and it'll be coming out soon, right? So I filmed it already, and then been involved in directing parts of a documentary, and my good friend and branding manager Trey Davenport wrote a book on her very good dear friend Brian Brown. It's going to be an awesome little docu-series we made out of interviews and things, and it's just we're super about it. He has his own show coming. It's going to be a compelling story, and so I'm happy to be a part of that. And yeah, I mean, I'm getting into the fitness avenue. There's so many different things, but right now, 100% of my attention is just with these two business ventures, with the wine and the game. You know, once those get pushed and they can pretty much work on their own, then I'll move on.
For sure, with Nicole. When you're in the ATL, you gotta hit me up. We gotta, hey, gal, it'll be a great time. I'm a fool. I know you probably like to have a good time, be a fool, too. It'll be all to the goody good.
Awesome.
Hey, I tell you what, I appreciate your time with the night, Nicole. We got to do it again real soon. And anything, tell Andre or Trey to hit me up. Love to talk to you anytime you want to, okay?
That's awesome, and I will see you soon at the Spook and Sip.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, see ya.
See you, folks. That's Nicole Hoopz on the Bossman Show. Coming up next, Chadiha, NFL Talk after the break.
Mike Wilmer.
Blue Nova Beats, boy.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to do 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Joined by Nicole, Alexander here on the Bossman Show. Then we're joined by Chadiha of NFL Media here talking about the NFL. I've been watching for years on the Jim Rome show back when we used to host that show back in the day. Jim Rome was burning, man. So got to have you on the line with us, Jeff. How's this going with you, brother?
It's going well, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. I want to talk to you about our Falcons, man. We don't know how to feel about them right down here, Jeff. Are we should be happy, excited about them, or we should be worried because they play the Saints at New Orleans. They beat the Raiders, who kind of, to me, stunk up the joint a little bit Sunday. Tampa kind of dismantled them on defense. No pass rush still. So, Jeff, how you feel about our Falcons so far, man?
It's hard to say. They got off to a good start last year, and they're 4-0, and Julio Jones was blowing people away with his big games, and Matt Ryan was doing great things, and they wound up not being that great after that.
Yeah.
So, I try to temper my expectations with them, but it's a good sign. Look, they're scoring points. They're growing. I think Dan Quinn's is going to be a really good coach and is doing some good things down there. But you're right. I think that division and that conference is so competitive right now that they're going to have probably 10 wins to make the playoffs. And right now, I don't know if I wouldn't say they're a 10-win team right now.
Yeah, especially when you have, after New Orleans, a tough game, always for them on the road. Then you have Carolina at home. Then you go to Denver and Seattle after that. Like, this team could be 2-4 or 1-5 coming back off that trip, man.
Yeah, and that's the NFL for you. There's not going to be many easy weeks in there, and even when you think you do have one, you can get bit. So look what happened with Seattle and the LA Rams this past week, where Rams looked awful in San Francisco, and they come back and get a big win at home. But you're right, the Falcons are going to have to show. I think looking at last year, they were able to get away with some things and mask some of their deficiencies early on, and those things came back to bite them later on in the year. They have to get the defense figured out still. I think they had a lot of holes there last year, and it's hard to fill some of those things. They've got some talent on offense with Devontae Freeman and Julio and Matt Ryan, but it's just, again, in that division where you have to score a lot of points to win, and in that conference where you've got Green Bay, the NFC East, and you got Seattle and Arizona. It's just if you start slow, you aren't going to catch up.
Exactly, folks. We're talking about Jeffri on the Bossman Show. Great writer for NFL Media. I tell you, Jeff, I saw your piece with Josh Norman this week. It was very interesting how he's different characters before every game, man. How interesting was that to talk to him about that? And what kind of guy is Josh he's not the rah-rah guy we see on the camera all the time. How is he just when he's just laid back and just talking to you real easy, man?
Yeah, I'm a big Josh Norman fan, and I met him last year. We did a big story on the Carolina Panthers when they were undefeated, and we got a chance to meet Josh then. And people didn't really know much about him because he was still kind of like he had a big start to his year, but nobody really done a lot of interviews with him. And so sitting down and talking to him, I loved his passion. I loved his enthusiasm. He's the type of guy who will say anything, which is always great for a journalist to come across. And I always feel like he's a lot like Marshawn Lynch to me, who I've gotten to know and done a story on or two with him. He's just very real. and you never have to wonder about what he's feeling or what he's thinking or if he's trying to be political or diplomatic. Right? Josh is going to tell you how he feels. He's going to react authentically, and I think that's a big part of his charisma, his charm, is that he's very, very genuine.
Exactly, and his team, the Redskins, in the 0-2, is reports from PFT that Kirk Cousins has people trying to get some locker room saying they wish they could have Colt McCoy and has more poise than Kirk Cousins. Do you feel like if Kirk Cousins should have took a long-term deal this offseason and now that he's betting on himself is maybe going to backfire on him now?
Well, it's very possible. I had a chance to talk with Kirk back in training camp, in fact, and we talked a lot about that deal and the $20 million franchise tender he got and where his head was at. And I asked him point blank, like, how do you not put a ton of pressure on yourself knowing everything you have to do this season, knowing how much is hanging in the balance? And he said, you don't want to do it, and you try not to do it, but, it's very real. And when I watch him right now, I feel like he is putting a lot of pressure on himself. You see guys missing open receivers or underthrowing dudes, or coming out open over the middle. It's just, I think a lot of the throws he has in the last two games have had a lot of weight on it. And so it's a big difference when you're playing to prove you should be the starter as opposed to playing you should be the franchise quarterback. And he needs to get back to where he was last year, where he was wild and loose and free. And, you like that guy. He needs to go back to that because that's what got him to where he is.
Yes, indeed, folks. We're joined by Jeffri Chadiha here on the Bossman Show. Staying at division, Jeff, is the Dallas Cowboys with Dak Prescott has been playing pretty good these first two games of the season, and it's been rumblings whether Tony Romo will get his job back once he's healthy. Do you feel like Romo's job is in danger if Dak keeps winning, or you think Jerry Jones will go on and say, hey, Tony's our guy, we're going to play Tony, that's our leader? So how do you feel like it'll shake out in Dallas right there?
I do think that Tony Romo will get his job back once he's healthy. They've got a lot invested in him, even though he's 36 and he's been banged up the last couple seasons. I do believe that he is still Jerry Jones' favorite. You look at the history of Jerry Jones with the Cowboys, he has, long been known for falling in love with players and holding on to guys for long periods of time and being very patient with them. So I think he wants Tony Romo to be there as long as he possibly can. But does he feel good about his future now with Dak Prescott there? Hell yeah. I think he knows that when Tony Romo is done, he's got a quarterback who can, take it and run with it, which he didn't have when Troy Aikman retired, whatever it was 2 decades ago.
And, the Cowboy defense shocked me this week, Jeff, and they actually made some plays to keep them in the game. Now, Randy Gregory's going to be out for 14 weeks now. He dropped the appeal, the NFLPA did. Where don't we get a pass rush from? Because, they're trying everything they can, but they never can't get a pass rush to stop anybody.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel like, has he ever played a game? I feel like he's been suspended his whole career, Randy Gregory.
Exactly. Always.
Like, I remember him being on the field. But yeah, you're right. They've had 2 or 3 other guys, a couple other guys who've had similar issues. And so, look, it's tough. You want to be able to go out there and play good defense, but if you got guys getting in trouble who are getting suspended, it's hard to do that. It's as they always say, pass rushers don't grow on trees. You have to be able to find guys who can do it and do it consistently. And if you're losing 2 or 3 guys in one off season for any length of time, it's tough to come back from that.
Now, is there any rumblings whether former Cowboy Greg Hardy will get a job this year, or is Greg Hardy out of the league for good now?
I haven't heard anybody mention his name, and I do believe he's, after what happened in Dallas, it was bad enough how things went down in Carolina with the domestic abuse case. But I think the way he carried himself in Dallas really, turned people off even more. He's a talented player. He can do a lot of things for you, but nobody wants that kind of heat right now. You look at where Ray Rice is, and he hasn't had a job since he hit his wife, and that went public. And I think Greg Hardy's in the same boat now. It's just, you can't really justify having him on your roster if he's doing that kind of stuff because it's a different day in the NFL.
You're right about that. And there's another circus going on up in Buffalo. I read a report where Greg Roman was fired after the team pitcher. The Pagulas met with the team prior to Rex Ryan asking about the offense. Is this just like a ticking time bomb, Jeff, to where Rex and Rob are going to be fired eventually, maybe before the season's over with up there in Buffalo, or is he safe? It's only a year or two. What's your feeling about Buffalo, man?
Well, I was doing a show earlier today, and somebody asked me about most disappointing teams in the NFL, and I said Buffalo's got to be right up there at the top. You know, they have a lot of talent, and they've had players get hurt. They've had players get suspended. They've now fired their offensive coordinator after they scored 30-some points. It doesn't really look good for the long term over there. And you know, the thing about Rex Ryan is that he's great for the media. He's so exuberant. He's so charismatic. But the same thing that happened to him in New York is happening to him in Buffalo, where after a while, people get tired of, like, cheap quotes, and they get tired of jokes and, you know, one-liners, and they want to see substance. And unfortunately for him, he tends to become more well-known for being, you know, a big personality than he does for being a good coach. And I think at some point, if they end up, like, not making the playoffs or end up under 500, I think everybody knows he's probably not going to be the coach there next year.
And another team that really disappointed me, Jeff, is the Indianapolis Colts. Losing to Detroit, they played well at Denver, but it's like they have no lineup to take Andrew Luck. He's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, but no protection. How do you have that big of an investment, but don't protect him up front and just get him killed every game?
Well, it kind of tells you how good he was, you know, earlier in his career, where you know, that team got to 3 straight playoffs with him in his first 3 years. He went to 2 Pro Bowls in his first 2 years. Went to the AFC title game, Rookie of the Year. Like, all this stuff happened, and they were winning a lot of games. And now you know that he really was carrying them during that time. He didn't have a lot of help. In fact, it's a scary stat I just heard is that he has never in his career played in a game where anybody on his team ran for 100 yards. Like, wow. It's in his 5th year now. That's never happened. And it's mind-boggling to think of, not just the offensive line, but just the lack of help he's had in the backfield. But you're right. It speaks to the team that Ryan Grigson has put together over there, the Colts general manager, but they got to get it figured out because teams have now caught up to them in their own division. And I think Houston's passed them, and I think Jacksonville's got a good chance that they could actually get things figured out as well.
Jacksonville is another team. Like, what happened to San Diego this week? I mean, my God. I was like, what is this? I thought this was going to be year 3, Gus Bradley and his system. They're going to be playing better. I started drinking the Kool-Aid, too, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. And, you know, every now and then you're going to have a game like that in the NFL. I remember the Patriots coming into Kansas City a couple of years ago on a Monday night and getting just destroyed. I think it was like a 45-10 game or something like that. They just got manhandled. They wound up winning the Super Bowl that year, you know? So it's like, it's hard to know, but you're going to have some games like that. But I do believe that Jacksonville, the hype machine has slowed down quite a bit with them. Yeah, because you're right. It's like they got talent, but they got to put it together too.
I got a couple more for you. I'll be in Tennessee this week, Jeff, to cover the Raiders and the Titans. And a report came out that the Titans were fined for their ownership structure. Do you know really what the issue is with the ownership structure of Tennessee, with Amy Adams Strunk being the presiding owner per se? But what's the issue with Tennessee Titans and their ownership structure with the NFL?
You know, I don't really know, to be honest with you, because I saw that story myself, and I was traveling, and I've been doing a couple other interviews today, but, you know, I don't really have all the details of that, but it is sort of strange because I think that the fines were, like, pretty enormous.
Over 6 figures. Over 6 figures.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And so, I don't really know. Initially, I thought it was a question of minority hiring or something like that, but I've never really heard about the NFL coming down on people for the way their ownership is structured. So, it's a mystery to me as well.
And final one for you, Jeff, is we had another report of another shooting of African-American unarmed, and Colin Kaepernick has been protesting this while kneeling during the anthem. I just want to get your feeling on how you feel about Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed doing this in the anthem and other protests we've seen with guys raising their fists or locking arms. Are you for guys speaking out and showing where they stand on certain social issues, or are you rather them just kind of just cool it and keep it just to sports?
No, I believe not just athletes, but everybody should be able to voice their opinion about things they don't like and things they see that need to be changed. And, you know, my thing with Colin was that when he first sat down for the anthem, my problem was that I thought what would happen ended up happening, which was that the message got lost. He wanted to protest police brutality, and then people were talking about the flag and the troops and, what athletes should be doing and what a backup quarterback should be saying. And so a lot of things got lost in there. And I wrote a column saying that I don't necessarily believe protests work in today's world. I think people, it's like not 1965 anymore. I think actions get a lot more stuff done. And now you have athletes who have power and have access to power. And so to me, the real big thing he did that I liked seeing was that the flag stuff is whatever you want to do, you can do. I don't really get caught up in that stuff, but he had a plan beyond that. He started talking about giving money to charities. He started talking about meeting with police officers. And that to me said more about, okay, now you're growing up a little bit, because, at some point the visual image of the protest goes away. The news sexiness of it goes away, and you still have to have like a mission. And so what I'm hoping is that everybody who's really like, whether they're holding their fist up or they're kneeling or they're sitting down, whatever, it's like that they are actually thinking about, what else can I do? Because there's so much money in sports now. These guys have so much power. They can bring people together. And a lot of things that, as far as police brutality goes, that need to be changed, it's not a sexy process involved in that. You talking about like meeting with police commissioners and cops, and maybe forming an oversight committee with citizens and other people to kind of look at what's happening, like putting money into a legal fund. Those things aren't going to get a lot of headlines, but they do help make change. So it's good to see he's moving in that direction as well.
Well, Jeff, I can tell you that I know he plays here in Atlanta in Week 15. We're going to try to get him on before that game, hopefully, to talk to him about it as he comes into town. That's something we're trying to work on with the 49ers as well. Hopefully, they'll grant us access to him. We hope to make it happen here. Talk to him as he comes to play the Falcons here in Week 15. But, Jeff, thank you for your time. I know we went a little bit long, but I'm glad you was okay with it, man. I'll do it again with you real soon, Jeff. Thank you, as always, for your time, brother.
No problem, man. Thank you, brother.
No problem. Folks, Jeff Chadiha on the Bossman Show. Coming as the Boss Report after the break.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Bossman Show, folks. Had a great show for you. Kevin Stallings of the Pitt Panthers, Nicole Hoopz Alexander on the Bossman Show, and Jeff Chadiha, NFL Media. But you know I get my man. His birthday's coming up. It's why his name is J.C. Smith 926, because it's coming up real soon. We're going to hit him with that pre- and post-birthday action, the Mayor Mug Shots. Your favorite Boss Report participant, J.C. Smith. What's good, bro?
Bruh, man, you make a brother feel real good, man. Feel real special coming on the Boss Report, dog. Yeah, it's birthday weekend coming up. Turn up, turn up, turn up. You know what I'm saying? The Libras are taking over Libra season. Your boy birthday, September 26th, man. Let's do it, dog.
No doubt. We got to do the Boss Report first, though, bro. You've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. First story for you, bro, is this. Arizona woman arrested after severing her man's junk for not making eye contact with her during relations.
I heard about it. I heard about this story, bro. Look at me. Look at me. Yo, hey, man. Hey. Some people be real into it, man. You know, they want your full, undivided attention. If you don't give them your full and undivided attention, you may be without a full member.
Exactly. That's messed up.
Yeah, man. That's messed up, dog. Like, man, like, anybody who do something like that, man, they deserve life in prison, bro. You can't be in open free society and you cutting off junk. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be put somewhere, man, like a maximum security prison or something, man.
Exactly. And Florida teacher arrested after having secret sleepovers with certain, quote, well-endowed students.
Wow. Okay, of course, Florida, good old Florida, you know, they always gonna make a appearance in the Boss Report. But bro, like, my thing is, like, for instance, you talk about teachers and they get down with students. Of course, you being down there in Atlanta, I'm pretty sure you heard all about #TeacherBay, the fine little red bone joint, yeah, who's a brick house, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, why couldn't we have teachers like that back in the day, fam?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all my teachers, I cannot think of not one attractive teacher I've ever had through pre-K through senior year in high school, bro. Not one. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are all these teachers? You hear these teachers, they popping up all over the place now. Is it just a generational thing? Did I miss that generation, man? Did I miss something?
Hey, bro, I know a teacher down in Hernando, a friend of mine went to school with her. She is stacked. And her second graders be staring at her booty all the time, she tells me.
That's crazy, dog. I would want to be the age, you know what I'm saying, or in the grade where I could do something about it. Like, I'm just coming into puberty. You know what I'm saying? Like 9th grade, 10th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, where were those moments for me, man? I miss those moments, man. If I get a redo, if I could ever go back, dog, that's the one thing I want to do in my life, man. Sleep with my high school teacher. I want to find TeacherBay. #TeacherBay.
Hey, yeah, she be out in the streets, bro. You can find her. She out in the streets in the ATL. I've seen her before. Out before.
You seen her out and about?
Yeah, I have before. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
It's possible. And then we're going to West Virginia, where a woman was arrested after putting her boyfriend's eye out with a cigarette, forget this, over forgetting to feed the dogs and wash the, quote, outside windows.
Ooh. Man, you got to run that one back by me again, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Lost me on that one.
West Virginia woman arrested after putting her boyfriend's eye out with a cigarette over forgetting to feed the dogs and, quote, wash the outside windows.
Man, this kind of goes back to the old girl that was cutting off a dude's junk, man. Like, some women, man, like, they demand they man's full attention, and you got I guess that's like that was his honeydew list. And he didn't do all things on the list, so he had to get dealt with, bro. That's the only way I can explain that one, man.
That's crazy. And You know, we're in campaign season. Elections are coming up. So get this. Florida man arrested after being caught slapping the hell out of man who took down one of his campaign signs.
Man, hey, man, people do not play about them campaign signs. And already, you know they ain't playing about it in Florida, man. Florida shouldn't even be a state anymore. Like, Florida should be like its own country. Like, 'cause they be wilding out down there, man. They be tripping. Like, personally, like, straight up, no joke, bro. I'm not even playing right now. Bro, I would be so scared to live in Florida right now. 'Cause you just never know, bro. It could be alligators. It could be panthers. It could be racist. You know what I'm saying?
Bears.
Like, bears. There's just so many things that get you in Florida, dog. Like, ain't nobody safe. Ain't nobody straight in Florida, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be scared to go to Disney World. Like you said, you got alligators, Disney World, and everything, the resort. I mean, you may go to Disney World, Mickey Mouse might start popping off on you. You know what I'm saying? You just never know, man.
Exactly. And we can't shake this phenomenon, bro. British Pokemon Go players are arrested after still in a boat to chase Pokemon across the lake.
Bro, I don't know who I hate more right now. These damn Pokemon players or the damn clowns in North Carolina, South Carolina trying to get little kids and everybody come in the woods, man. I don't know which one I hate more right about now, man. I thought Pokemon died. The fad died like a couple weeks ago. People are still playing Pokemon?
Yes.
Why? Just why? The summer is coming to an end. Like, why are you still doing these things, man? Like, I mean, like, man, it's TV season. Find a TV show to watch, man. Like, you ain't got to be out there playing Pokemon, especially if you're 25 and older. Hey, get your ass a job and sit down somewhere.
Exactly. And police in Florida on a search for a Florida man who broke into homes to steal sausages, condoms, and paper towels.
Hey, that brother was on a mission. He was on a mission. He was like, look, I'm be hungry. I'm trying to let my girls don't know how to cook. All right, so I'm about to get this sausage real quick, get these condoms real quick. You know what I'm saying? And what was the other item?
Paper towels.
Hey, you gotta clean up. You gotta clean up. You know what I'm saying? After you eat and after you do something else. You know, you might have to clean that mess up, man.
Exactly. And a Wisconsin jugaloo arrested after cutting off woman's finger during a quote blood drinking ritual.
Oh, Wisconsin who now? A juggalo or who?
A juggalo, yeah.
What the hell is that?
Your guess is good as mine.
Is that like a clown or something?
Let's look up what a juggalo.
Let's look that up. Let's look that up, man. We gotta go to the judges on that one.
Like, I read this like, what in the hell is a juggalo?
Yeah, man. That don't even sound good. I know a gigolo.
Yeah, a juggalo is a quote name given to fans of a group, Insane Clown Posse.
Oh, you know what? That was my next guess, man. Now, I do remember something like that. Okay, I'm with you now. Yeah, because back in the day, you know, growing up in the suburbs in Houston, man, you know, I had some white friends that they swear by Insane Clown Posse, man. And I do remember that term being used, juggalo. That's what you describe their fans, man. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, it makes sense. Wisconsin, a lot of white folks up there. Nothing else better to do. Listen to Insane Clown Posse, and they drinking blood and cutting off fingers. That sounds reasonable. I can understand that.
And this is a story that should scare you. A Florida sinkhole has been discovered leaking radioactive water.
Oh, that ain't nothing but God trying to sink Florida. That's all it is. That sinkhole, God realizes we don't need 50 states. He realizes that all we need is 49 right now. And Florida's already, you know, it's in the water already. Why not just let the whole thing sink? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was president, I would make a declaration. Of course, I wouldn't want anybody to die. I'd evacuate everybody from Florida. And then not everybody. Some of them fools need to go and drown. You know, the folks that are down there really cutting up, acting a fool. Especially a lot of these people in the Boss Report stories in Florida, yeah. They need to go and drown, man. But I would just dynamite the hell out of Florida to where it would just drop. it would just drop off in the water, bro. It's like, we don't need Florida. Do we really need Florida? Other than Miami, what is Florida good for?
I still got a house in Orlando, bro.
Oh, I'm tripping. All right, my bad. All right, man.
I could move it to Georgia, but...
Yeah, man, go move to Atlanta, dog. We'll get a GoFundMe account, bro. We can raise enough money, man. Go ahead and get you another house in Georgia, dog. Don't even worry about it.
Exactly. Well, here we go. Then we're going to Georgia, right in my backyard. Georgia man arrested after secretly taping women showering at the local Marriott.
Hey, is it me? Dog, I think in my younger days, I would have done something like that. I can understand pervs like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as you ain't looking at kids and nothing like that. I mean, hey, what's wrong with a guy carving out a little peephole? You know what I'm saying? Look at a woman in the shower. What's wrong with that?
And
now,
I wouldn't go as far as good money to do.
I wouldn't go as far as like them dudes looking at girls on the toilet and all that.
Oh,
I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's too much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but hey, in the shower, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
And here we go. We're going to Florida again, bro. Florida man arrested after shuffleboard rage attack at senior healthcare center.
Hey, even the senior citizens be wilding, man. You know, that's how it go down in Florida. You know, like I can really see that, like in the old folks' home in Florida. Like I bet they be wilding out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I bet it go down, man. It's like Grand Theft Auto down there,
over juice and milk and
yeah,
activities.
man. They fighting over the remote. Still gonna watch Family Feud, Murder She Wrote. Like it's a real life or death situation going on down there at the nursing homes, bro, down there in Florida.
Well, got jailbird here. Penitentiary pigeon caught sneaking a cell phone into Colombian jail.
I got 2 phones, one for the bird, one for the... Man, yo. Hey, man, you gotta be resourceful, you know, when you're in prison, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta be a real resourceful type of cat, man, to get things in and out. You know, and that's whoever did that, they talented, first of all. I think, matter of fact, they need to get early release, get parole. But even devising a team like that, that's very talented, man.
Exactly. And a Florida woman is arrested after going to the hospital, bro, with a dead shark attached to her arm.
Damn. Oh my God! All right, so so the shark was dead, right?
Yes.
But it was still attached to the arm there.
Yeah, she got arrested.
I would. Say what now?
She was arrested going to the hospital with the dead shark still attached to her arm.
And they arrested her?
Yes.
Like it was her fault.
Yeah.
That's messed up, man. So to have my arm gone, would y'all arresting me? Really?
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
Only in Florida, right?
Shark Tank. Yeah, man. That's crazy, bro.
Well, a Russian woman is arrested after telling police she was raped by a Pokemon Go character.
Say Pikachu around here getting ass, man. Okay. Alright. Hey, man. Hey, she Russian. See, I take these stories and I take key parts out of them. And I can make sense out of it. She's Russian, right?
Yes.
Alright. You know, Russians are known to drink vodka. Drink a lot of vodka. Maybe she was just loaded on some good Grey Goose. You know what I'm saying? And she probably did get it in. At the same time, the dude was probably playing Pokemon. And there you go. She put 2 and 2 together, and she said Pikachu got her. That's all. That's the only way you can really, sum that story up, man.
Exactly. And this story is pretty nasty. Florida man arrested after a golf cart DUI after he was caught jerking off at his parents' retirement home and trying to get off to the nurses.
It's a lot of moving pieces to this story, man. It's a lot of pieces going on with this story here, man. So I'm just going to summarize it. It's Florida. That's it, man. It's Florida. Like, what else can you expect? Like, I'm not even surprised. Like, I used to be surprised back in the day when you tell me some of these stories. Boss, I thought you were making some of these stories up, bro. But now I realize it's just Florida, man. That's how they get down. It's just commonplace to have a guy jerking off on a golf cart, DUI, at a nursing home. Like, that's an everyday thing in Florida, man.
Exactly. Bro, I ain't that good at making this stuff up. I'm not that good to make this stuff up.
I know it.
I can't
think
of stuff this crazy. I just put it on paper.
Man, I'm telling you, man. God bless Florida and no place else.
Fight breaks out at a Golden Corral in Virginia involving a 30-inch chicken roasting skewer.
Ooh, okay. Now, when fights break out here in Memphis at a establishment, more times than not, it's at like a Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. You know, there's been plenty of fights going on at Chuck E. Cheese here. But it was in Virginia, right?
Yes.
Okay, Golden Corral. All right, I can probably assume the demographic that was at this Golden Corral in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably how they get down. You know, they fight over the buffet. You know, they fight over the chocolate flowing fountain. You know what I'm saying? The Golden Corral. You know, and matter of fact, some good food, good eating at the Golden Corral there, man. So, you know, I can see some things popping out. Maybe you had like a family feud, like the Hatfield and McCoys were kicking in the Golden Corral, and some things popped out. Somebody said something about somebody's mama, and then it was on from there.
Exactly. And we got some more Florida crazy for you, bro. Bitter broad arrested after asking a hitman to sell her ex-husband to international sex slavery.
Whoa, okay. All right, so the woman was trying to sell her husband?
Yes.
To an international sex ring?
Yes.
Oh, man. Ooh. Man. Boss, I don't even know where to go on that. Man, you tell me about this. How you feel about it, bro? I don't even know where to go on this.
That's messed up. Like, really?
Like, you stumped me, bro. That's hard to do. You stumped me. I can't even give you nothing on this.
Just divorce the man at that point.
Yeah. Like, what cool world? What do you do that? That was that bad. You want to sell him to an international sex ring, what?
Exactly. At least she didn't cut his junk off.
Hey, well, there you go. You allow him to keep his junk so she can make some money off of him. There you go.
And this happened this weekend in the news here in Atlanta. Georgia man was arrested after exposing his junk at the Middle Links Mall, saying, quote, "Ladies, this is the best junk of all. Come get it."
Right. Is it Lennox?
Yes, Links Mall in Buckhead, a mall I don't go to for various reasons.
Yeah, I've been there for various reasons. I've been there. I can understand where you're coming from. And I'm pretty sure if he did that, it wasn't ladies that was coming running.
Yeah,
I'm sure it wasn't no ladies.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a mall I don't frequent.
Yeah, dude. I swear to God. And this was like 6 years ago when I went down there at the Lincoln Square Mall. Bruh, I thought it was the Twilight Zone. I had never seen nothing like it in my life, fam. I didn't know what to do, bruh. I was scared.
Look,
I didn't know what to do.
I go to South DeKalb Mall in Decatur, South Lake in Lenox, and not in Morrow. I go to North Lake Mall in Tucker. I may go to Perimeter Mall in Dunwoody. But I do not go to Cumberland Mall or Lynx Mall. Because I know...
I've been to Cumberland, yeah.
I know I'm not going to be very happy with what I see.
Bruh. Hey, it's like the mafia down there, bro. You better not make one of them mad at your ass, literally.
Exactly. So, we got this one. Florida man's arrested, bro, after firing rounds from a musket at Pokemon Go players in his subdivision.
Hey, man. People are pissed. They pissed off about these damn Pokemon folks just coming in their yard. Like me and old boy who shot the musket. Like, we need to start a coalition, a militia. Like, we need to be vigilante against these folks playing Pokemon in the neighborhoods, man.
That's 3 stories already. They are Pokemon already. 3 stories.
I just knew this thing was gonna die down, man, but it hasn't. And then these folks still. I told you about the one person that ran in my yard, man. They almost got dealt with.
Exactly. Oh man. And New York man arrested after robbing $600 from a 93-year-old woman's bra, saying, quote, "I knew she had money in them sagging things."
It's gold. It's gold in them there mountains. Hey, man, you know, that's what back in the day, remember, like, your grandmama, your auntie, like, back in the day, remember, that's where they kept, you know, kept a little spare change, kept a little couple of dollars, like, huh, baby, they reaching them 38 triple Ds. They reach in there and give you that titty money, man. Had titty residue on it and everything, bro. So, hey, he knew where to go. He knew where to go. He probably remember back in the day. That's where, you know, his grandmama and them probably, that's how he got some money off of.
Exactly. And Florida man arrested after attacking the whole Popeyes crew staff with a dining room chair for getting his 11-piece wrong, giving him mild, spicy white rather than spicy. He got mild so spicy, beat him with the damn dining room chair.
It's serious. It's
the
serious
whole
business,
staff.
Don't play. Especially at Popeyes, bro. You know how when you driving by Popeyes, you can smell it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best smell in the world, man. And especially if you hungry. All right, you pull up. My man was probably tired, had a long day at work. He smelled that good aroma coming from Popeyes. He's like, man, let me give me a good 11-piece, mild, spicy, whatever you order. I can see folks cutting up when they order ain't right, especially at Popeyes.
You have to wait a long time, too, probably.
Thank you. I was just about to say that. You know how they make you wait because they just dropped in the fryer there. They're going to make you wait a good 5-10 minutes. And, you know, he probably was waiting and he opened the box up, eating in the car. Like, oh, hell no.
It was all mild, not spicy.
Yeah.
He went off. Got the kind of,
I can understand it.
Beat them all up back there with the dining room chair.
I understand, man. Like, I've had those moments also at Popeyes, bro. Like, it is serious. Like you cool if somebody mess up your order at McDonald's. But don't mess up my chicken. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess up my chicken, bro. Messing with my chicken is like messing with my emotions. You don't mess with that, bro.
Exactly. Well, here we go. Boston men arrested after bringing weapons to World Pokemon Championships.
So now there's the World Pokemon Championship, huh?
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay. And what kind of weapon they bought there? What was it?
They bought guns and machetes.
Like, somebody should have blow it up, man. Blow up the World Pokemon Channel, please. All right, like the fool who tried to do a little terrorist attack in New Jersey. Why not just go ahead and blow up the Pokemon Championship while you're at it? You know what I'm saying? Like, do us all a favor, man. Like, if you're gonna bomb something, make it a worthwhile cause, man. Bomb the Pokemon Championship, bro. Because everybody in that thing lives with their mama. They in the basement. They got no job. Like, you would be doing us all a favor, bro. You know, you be a credit to your society. You blow up the Pokemon Championship.
Exactly. And final story for you this week, bro, was this. Florida man arrested after biting multiple females' asses on South Beach due to, quote, his overexcitement due to monstrous dunks and enlightening breast glistens.
Bro, I've never been to Miami, but I've heard some things. I've heard some things that will definitely make you want to do the act that individual did there. So, I wouldn't be what's the word there? Now, I would be a serial ass biter. You know what I'm saying? But if I saw one, I probably would. If I was, got some liquid courage, ran up on her, I'd probably do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna eat a whole gang of asses. Just one.
Exactly. So, bro, what is your take on today's report?
Hey, man, this is another fantastic edition of the Boss Report. Thank God for Florida because they provide a lot of these stories that we talk about. And it's a crazy ass world we live in, bro. That's all I can say, man. We live it. We are truly living in the last days, bro.
Exactly. When we have 5 Pokemon stories on one report, that's a bad day.
Yeah.
That's a bad day. So before you go, bro, what's you got going on for your birthday? What you got going on Mud Shots, man? I know you're gonna turn up real big, man.
Bro, it is going down this weekend, man. You know, normally I do a little bit. I don't try to do too much, man. But you know what? Like this year, man, turning 36, I'm going to get it in this weekend, man. Of course, you know, I'm the mayor of Mug Shots. You know, Friday night is going down. 5-for-1 drinks. The best karaoke party in the city going down in Mug Shots, 8014 Club Center Drive. Get up with me on Facebook if you're in the town, man. If you're in Memphis this weekend, you're looking for something to do, man. Come holler at your boy at Mug Shots, man. I got you. And then, you know, man, Saturday night, I'm gonna be up in the Ville, man. Nashville, Kanye West concert. You know what I'm saying, man? After the show, you know, we're gonna chop it over my main man, the boss man. Hey, man, we gonna wreck shop. We're gonna wreck shop in downtown Nashville, bro.
For sure, my man. And for sure, we definitely can do that, bro, no doubt. So, folks, we just Bossman for the Bossman Show, BossmanShow.com. Yeah.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting or Twitter at Coach TWill24 or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.